Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike Deering and Joe the Pirate, and
Hey.
we are doing the player update for Day 4 of the March 2014 Minecraft Hardcore Challenge Nether Adventure. So, Joe, what's been going on in the Day 4?
Well, lots of progress from a lot of people. We've had 2 players collect wither skulls, 2 that I know of. We've had a couple of deaths, myself included. I did meet with the wrong end of a lava pool. What's that?
That's a bad thing.
Yes, my team soldiered on though and did make a memorial in my stead though. So.
Cool.
But yeah, go ahead.
So, you have a list?
I do have a list, as a matter of fact.
Well, who's first on your list?
Well, the first one on my list is Doom Pickles, actually.
Doom Pickles.
Yeah.
I don't have Doom Pickles on my list, so.
Well.
So what did he do?
Well, he's got a nice little base set up. He's got a nice little area for growing trees. It's big enough. I think it's bright enough. And he's making use of all the gold that he's collecting in the chests, making pickaxes, and so he's not wasting his precious resources.
Is he making armor?
He's not making armor, although he's in a fairly safe spot right now. He's started to build himself a little wall around his compound so that he won't be bothered by ghasts.
Ah. Cool.
Mm-hmm. He's doing very well.
On my list, I have Paisley Playfully.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, her episode 3 and 4. And in episode 3, she finally made it to a fortress and found 1 diamond and got 1 blaze rod. And in episode 4, she continued exploring the fortress. She didn't find any more chests, but she did make a little blaze grinder, which was very effective, and she got a wither skull.
She is one of the 2, so.
So, who's next on your list?
Well, mine next on my list is the team of Scott Garbidis, Optimus 1971, Basket MC, and Lost in Fort. They have got probably what I would consider the best stock of supplies going so far. They are not hurting for anything at this moment.
Yeah, they got 4 diamonds.
Yep, they've found lots of gold and saddles in their chests. Yeah, they've got diamonds and diamond horse armor. So, and they did a lot of exploring and fighting of mobs. So.
Yep, they always put on a very exciting episode.
Yeah, very funny as well. It's a good team.
And next on my list, I have Goroncraft. And that's the team of Goroncraft and Rick.
Yep.
And they are on top of the Nether. Like up on they broke out of the top, and they're up on the roof of the Nether. It's like all what's that stuff called?
Flat bedrock?
Yeah, bedrock. It's all bedrock, but they found some mushrooms up there, and they're planting trees, and they're building houses. I think in the next episode, though, they're gonna go try and find a fortress.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if I recall, Goroncraft was trying to rebuild the ladder up there. Got knocked off by a ghast and fell into the lava. So.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
I just saw that one this morning.
Oh, I must have missed that. I think I'm talking about his episode 3, which was late. So it didn't make it into the last...
yeah, his episode 4 just came out. And
so he's dead too, huh?
He is out, yes. He was one of the other ones that met with a bad fate this week. Rick's video is not out yet. So. Yeah. And next on my list
Oh
is...
yeah, he was. Oh wait a minute, I did.
What's it?
I have him. Yeah, I have it written down twice for episode 3 and episode 4. And on episode 4, I have written down he was shot off of a bridge by a ghast, and that Rick was killed by a pigman.
Oh, was he? Okay, I did not see that Rick was killed by it. I know he was fighting one, but I didn't know if he died.
Yeah, Rick died too.
Okay, well, good game, guys.
Of course,
next.
they'll all be back in April, though.
Oh yeah, I'm sure of it. Next on my list is Holdovat, who is working on his Netherfort mansion. He has made use of some of the stones from the new snapshot and has got an absolutely amazing view of the Nether. So
Yeah, he added a second story to his homemade fortress.
Yep, and yeah, like I say, making use of his decorating skills. He's doing a great job with that place.
And next on my list, I have a note here to thank Derp Guru for all the good work that she does on this challenge, keeping the list up, and I know that must take a lot of time, especially when 300 people sign up, but then only 50 people play. So
Right.
I want to say thanks to Derp Guru for being the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge secretary and doing all that. And also got I got my first troll on my channel. So,
Oh yeah, what was that?
well, there's this kid named Good Flippy IDK. I don't know what the IDK stands for. Left like 5 messages, and 2 of them were so bad I had to delete them because I'm trying to keep the channel PG. But yeah, so you know you're in the big time when you actually have a real life troll.
That's right.
So
That's right.
so I'm moving up.
Welcome to the club.
Okay. So who's next on your list?
Coincidentally enough, would be Derp Guru. I also would like to thank her for her hard work. Without her list, my ability to keep track of everybody would not have happened. So she is continuing on without Mini E. She did have an extremely close call with some lava. Took her down to 1 heart. And in an attempt to place her water in her cauldron, she missed the hitbox, and her water is gone now. But she has started a mushroom farm, so she has food.
Yeah, she said that water doesn't work or cauldrons don't work in the Nether, but I think they actually do work. That she just must have clicked it wrong or something.
Yes, they do work. Our team did have our water in, or still does have the water in the cauldron. But yeah, I after reviewing the tape, I think she just missed the hitbox a little bit.
Yeah, I think I saw Puka put water in a cauldron in the Max Puka Psycho team.
Yes, he did.
So, well, but she's still alive, and she's building her own little base there.
Yeah, she is sticking to her strengths and just going to build now. So.
Yep. So, next on my list, I have Redline 0442.
Yep, next on mine as well.
And he is traveling from one fortress to another, or toward another. He hasn't reached the other one yet, but I guess he's decided that he's cleaned out the first fortress, and he saw another one in the distance, and he's trying to get around the lake.
Yeah, he's got a very large lake to get across. Very large. He's doing a really great job of keeping an eye on his inventory and only keeping the important stuff. So he did get a bow from killing a skeleton and got some arrows from it, although he did use those arrows right away to kill a ghast. So.
Yeah, I think I saw a puka put water in a cauldron. In the Max Puka Psycho team.
So.
So, well, So, who's next on your list? Still there, Joe?
Oh, yep. Sorry. My next on my list was the team of Psycho, SFK, the Puka, and Max Ryder. They've started to grow the big mushrooms with the bone meal that they've gotten. They've got a huge amount of glowstone, 3, 4, 5 stacks of the stuff almost already, and have more than enough food, I believe, to continue the challenge or to even finish the challenge. And they just started to grow trees. So.
Yep, Max did a lot of clearing out that episode, clearing out a big room for the trees.
It's a very large room.
And the Puka made a staircase up the outside of the fortress, and Psycho went off and got some glowstone. That's what I remember.
Yep.
And next on my list, I have Combat Dude. Combat Dude grew a instant tree using bone meal. He is building a house. He's brewing potions. And he is continuing to explore his fortress.
Yep. And had a kind of a funny moment when he placed doors on his houses, and a ghast spent most of the episode working towards the fortress, getting down to it.
Yeah,
Eventually,
Somotome is what we're talking about. My recorder cut out for a second there, and I think we missed the name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Somotome worked down to the fortress, and was the second person to get a wither skull from fighting. So, scared but doing very well. So.
Yep, she killed 2 wither skeletons and a blaze, and hardly took any damage at all. So she's showing us how it's done.
That's right.
And next on my list, I have Westcraft Crew. Westcraft Crew has no food.
Ooh, that's rough.
Yes, and they're killing pigmen and doing it pretty well, actually.
Well,
better than Velk.
Yeah, they can always resort to the zombie flesh if they have to. So.
Yeah, well, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're trying to grow mushrooms, but they're not having much luck with the mushroom growing.
Well, hopefully they'll get some progress on the next episode. Yeah. And finally on my list, I have a chap by the name of Michael Deering. He was playing a little game of dodgeball with some ghasts, and after much digging, found himself a fortress and killed a blaze. Unfortunately, I didn't see a blaze rod, so.
No, I didn't get a blaze rod.
Yeah. But you found your fortress, so.
Yep. And next on my list, I have Velk. Velk found a chicken in the nether, just wandering around. Got him into his house and blocked him in. So he's got his chicken, and he was crossing lakes using using netherrack down right at sea level.
Oh wow.
Okay. So there's lots of open space above him, and gas flying around, and he crossed the lake one way, and then ran over a little ways and crossed back a different way, and then toward the end of his episode, he killed a pigman, and then he was running around later on, and some pigmen ganged up on him and took him out.
Oh, that's a rough way to go.
Pigmen are tough in the nether, so you can't be running around in the open with hostile pigmen.
Absolutely, yeah.
And next on my list, I have... You don't have any more on your list, right?
No, sir.
Okay, I also have the walkthroughs, which, the walkthroughs in day 4 spent the entire episode walking around. I think he's looking for a fortress, but he hasn't found one. And I also, on my list, I have the team of Sayu Lily and Steele Douglas. Piker Eyes was on their team earlier, but he had a little trouble with the ghast. So
I actually did get them on my list. Yeah, I must have skipped them.
Okay, so they have they're growing birch trees. They're breeding chickens. They did a little wandering at the first part of the episode, looking for a fortress, but they didn't find one. So they went back to their base and started doing stuff at the base. And they have a pretty nice base right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They were using a little X-ray glitch to try and find some lava. And well, there was a bunch all around her, but she evidently didn't notice it. So.
I mean the X-ray thing worked, but it didn't really show them anything useful.
No, not really.
And finally on my list, I have Tanglezest, who in her day 4, she broke all of her 9 eggs and got 0 chickens.
Oh wow!
So that's a bummer.
That is, rolled snake eyes.
Yep. So, I guess that takes care of day 4. In the April challenge, we're going to be doing a island survival challenge, where you're not allowed to go in the water, or at least in the ocean. You have to stay on the island. And I've picked out a world that has an island that has sugarcane and a cow and trees. So
excellent.
We should be able to do some enchanting in April. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that challenge. That is going to be interesting.
And then in May, we're doing another Save the Village challenge. But the last time we did the Save the Village challenge, a lot of people stayed away from the village for the first 3 or 4 days, 2 or 3 days, just to preserve it while they were gathering all their supplies,
mm-hmm.
and then ran in and saved it pretty easily. So this time, we're going to have a rule saying that you have to move into the village, by the first night and live there with them the whole time. You can't preserve the village by running away.
That's a good idea.
So that should make it a lot more challenging.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And if you can at least keep the village in sight, then you've got a pretty good idea of how to protect them. So.
Well, so that'll be coming in May.
That'll be nice.
And I guess this is time to sign out then.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Well, thanks for joining me. I always like to have a special guest on the player updates. If anyone else wants to join in on future player updates, I record these on Saturday at 1 o'clock U.S. Central Time, and Tuesday evening around 7 o'clock p.m. U.S. Central Time. So, if you want to join me, send me a private message and I'll send you my Skype name, which I'm not going to be posting in public on my episode here. So, and I'll see you then. This is Mike Deering signing out. So, say goodbye.
See you, everybody.